Hello everyone. Great show for you today. Welcome back. Bad day. I'm going to tell you more than a bad day. Today, I'm going to talk about, it's a very interesting story about a situation that I had with a sugar baby. Now, let me preface this and say, me personally, I've never had to pay for Bible study with a woman, okay? It's never came to that, not yet anyways. However, I'm not judging you. Nobody that partakes or deals in or any of that shit, all right? My recommendation is do what is legal in the state in which you live and live your life. Y'all all adults, all right? I'm going to just say that for good and all here first. I recommend simply doing what's legal. All right? Now, that being said, I'm going to tell a story about somebody that I knew. I'm not going to mention any names, but this is a real, true story that happened to me. And I'm going to talk about some of those details. Now, I've shared some of those details over the years. Kind of. Small anecdotal things. Some storytelling, some whatever. But I'm going to tell you what happened. So, some time ago, God, 10 years ago. 10 years ago, holy shit, time is flying. I knew a girl that I met through Instagram. Okay? We started seeing each other. I'm recalling that it's all flooding back to me now. She was very young when I met her. Fuck, I was young too, whatever. But you know, adults. Younger than me, but adults, obviously. And we got together. I think our first date was at a bar, like one of those nice dim lit bar restaurant things in actually Studio City called Firefly. Some of y'all might know it. I don't know. Took her there. We met. Everything more or less seemed normal. It's fine. All right. We hit it off. Had a few dates. After that, she came back to home. Came back to my home for Bible study. Didn't pay for that or anything. It was fine. It was a normal date, right? Now, don't get me wrong. When I say that, that doesn't mean that I haven't given money to women for other things. Just because I felt like it, just like a gift, here you go. You're welcome. But specifically paying for Bible study? Never. Not me, not yet. Not yet personally. But anyways, so we go on a few dates. It's all good. Nothing's really out of the ordinary. All right? It's all kind of normal. We did the typical stuff in LA. Dinners, Runyon Canyon, the beach, normal stuff. Nothing really came of that. And nothing particularly stands out with that so far. All right? So, I honestly cannot for the life of me remember why we stopped talking. We just kind of, there was no big schism. There was no like big reason. We just kind of stopped picking up the phone. She became less available. I became less specific in trying to contact her. It just, I don't recall like some big ghosting or some big schism or some big problem where it was like, I can't believe you would do that to me. Ugh. But we did, break up. More or less. There wasn't a big moment. It just sort of ended. I just didn't see her for a while. And then what happened is I ran into her at a club one night called Bootsy Bellows. I don't know if you guys know about that. It's kind of a ratchet club in LA. Times changed. It's worse now. It used to be a little bit better on Tuesdays. Anyways, I'm out there with a friend of mine, a guy named Matt. And saw her out. No big deal. Hey, oh, good. What's up? What's up? It's good to see you again. Oh, it's nice to see you. Whatever. That's kind of how it happened. We just kind of reconnected literally at that club that night. At the end of the night rolled around, we all kind of get herded out, as it were. And then once we're outside, I see her standing there. I don't know, waiting for an Uber or something, I guess. I don't know. So I'm like, okay, I'll drive you home. Do you want to ride? You can come with me. She was like, okay, sure, whatever. So, and again, there's a history here. It's not really out of the ordinary, weird, whatever. I pull the car around. I have the valet pull the car around. She gets in the car with me, and she's like, I don't want to go home yet. I was like, okay, well, come home with me, whatever. She says, okay. Now, at the time, I was a lot broker than I am now. And I was driving a Camaro Super Sport, which is a stick shift. Has a back seat, but a small one. Like the Aston Martins have a back seat, but small. It's kind of like that. I like muscle cars like that, but at the time, now it's different. But I had a back seat. So, and that's important. That's relevant. So we're driving home. She's like, I'm gonna come home with you, whatever. It's all good. So again, we've had plenty of times where she's come back to my house for Bible study, and we've totally studied, Corinthians or whatever. And so that's none of this is out of the ordinary. But she's like, okay, hang on, but this guy's calling me. Let me talk to him. Now, I'm an adult. I'm not judging her for some guy calling her, whatever. That's fine that a guy calls her. I don't care. It's not my business. I hadn't seen this girl for 6 months. So she's like, this guy's calling me, hold on. And then she's like, instead of just answering the phone like a normal person, hello? No. She crawls into the back seat of my car. She's like, hang on. And before I'm driving on the freeway, because at the time I lived in bumfucked nowhere. I'm driving on the freeway. She crawls into the back of the car while I'm driving. Didn't even really know what was going on before she was back there. She's like, hang on. He doesn't know, like that. I'm like, okay. Hoeing shit. Which, fine. This girl doesn't owe me anything. I don't owe her anything either. She's in the back seat. So she tries to act like she's in an Uber. Hello? Oh, nothing, just on the way home, whatever. In the back seat. And I'm just driving. I don't care, really. It's not my girlfriend. It's just some girl that I know or have known, but we haven't been close with lately. So she's in the back seat, acting as if she's in an Uber. And by the way, fellas, y'all girlfriends be doing that kind of shit. Sorry, am I exposing y'all? I don't know. Anyway, she crawls in the back seat. She's definitely headed home with me. We're definitely driving back to my place. She's definitely in the back seat talking to her mans. And then she's just, just on the way home from the club. It was kind of a chill night. Well, it's all my girlfriend. Whatever. So, anyways, we get back to my house. I had to, because you can't really crawl back in the front seat. The way the seats are configured, it's not easy to just jump back in the front seat. So she's just in the back of the car for the rest of my night. For the rest of the ride home, talking to her kind of like this, whatever. Get home, I let her out of the back seat. Anyways, we go upstairs. And I was living in a townhome at the time. We go upstairs, kind of start fooling around the couch for Bible study, The birds do it, the bees do it, whatever. And so we kind of get down to it, and her dress, is down, and then I'm about to go downtown. Y'all know what I mean. And on the inside of her legs right here are cuts. Y'all see this? Cuts. Slices. Like sashimi or some shit. Right fucking there. All right? And I'm like this. Look as if I'm looking at the menu. And I'm like, what is this? What happened here? Because this wasn't the case when I was here. When I was cooking here. What happened since? Okay? And so, this girl, in the time that I had not seen her, which was, for all intents and purposes, a normal relationship, okay, she had started seeing some other guys, plural, one of which was the guy that I spoke to. She spoke to when she was in my car, and was like, oh, turns out that this man was an older gentleman that was paying her to, I don't know, how do I say this on live? I don't know. Just make cuts, incisions, I guess. I don't know. Because the guy himself got excited to watch, a little blood. And I'm talking cuts, lines like this, all right? So he was paying her for this. And I'm like this, looking at these cuts that have been healing, And she's like acting as if it's not a big deal. But let me tell you guys, I was so turned off by this. I wasn't mad at her. Okay, I wasn't like, ugh, ho shit. I wasn't like that. I was just more sad for her because she's a young girl. She's out in LA. Life's expensive out here. She doesn't really have any family support or help financially. So what's a gal gonna do? The girl's got to eat. She wasn't seeing me. I wasn't even making that kind of money at that time to be able to, pay for her. And it wasn't even like that. The relationship hadn't even got that far when I would pay for her. But you guys only got to understand. It was a situation where she wasn't with me anymore, and then she started seeing a few guys and getting her bills paid. One of the guys in particular, very controlling type, was cutting her up on the inside, on the inner thighs. And that man particularly was a very powerful producer in LA, had a wife, 2 daughters, and everything. But for some reason, his thing was, young women doing that kind of thing to themselves, and that's what did it for him, I guess. So then when I found that out, I'm like, oh my God, this is very saddening. And this is kind of a dark side of that lifestyle that people don't talk about, because that's kind of how it is, the proclivities of folks, right? You never know. So anyways, I can't do, I just can't do this. Yeah, I saw the menu. I'm not hungry anymore. Okay? So I'm sorry, I just can't. It makes me feel bad. I don't know what's going on in your life, but I can't just ignore it, It's just, my heart for you. But it's not, and it's not exactly sexy to have somebody fucking like sympathizing for you. You know what I'm saying? So needless to say, we didn't study the Bible at all that night. She ended up actually quite flustered, calling herself an Uber and leaving the house. Kind of mad at me, like I did something wrong. Whatever. Time goes by. Sometime later, I want to say 3 months later, something like this, she calls me up out of the blue. Again, and I haven't heard from her since that night, okay? She calls me up out of the blue and she's like, hey, remember that guy I was telling you about, blah, blah, blah. Well, all that stuff he was making me do, blah, blah, blah. He never paid me. He never paid me for it. So not only was she doing that to herself, didn't even pay her. It was just a promise that he might one day. Okay? And then she's calling me up, trying to scheming, trying to figure out how we can sue him or blackmail him, and then if I help her extort the money out of this guy, I suppose, then she'll cut me in on the take. And I'll help her get money. Like I'm some pimp or some shit. And I'm like, listen, I don't want to be a part of any of this shit. Like, this is a road I can't go down with you. I care for you as a human. I want you to fucking not be in this kind of situation. But I can't just now get involved and help you get your money, because that's A, I'm not involved in this shit. That's crazy to me. And B, what a huge risk you're taking yourself. That's how girls get disappeared. It's not dope. You should just move the fuck back home or something else. Okay? Because what you're doing is not, I can't imagine in any scenario, any way this would pan out, this would be good for you. It would end up in your favor. I don't think so. You see, he's like, well, I'm going to tell his daughters and his wife, and expose them, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, honey, again, this doesn't end well for you. Just drop it. You've made some bad decisions. You don't need to make another bad decision to help remedy the bad decision. And then you just go home. You're in over your head. That was my genuine advice. Just drop it. She got very mad at me that I wouldn't help her extort money from this guy. And I'm like, okay, dude. No, thank you. I'm not involved in this. I'm not going to get involved in this. Sorry for your situation, but this ain't me. What the fuck? Well, you calling the wrong person. And she, ends up very mad at me, hangs up on me. Wow, I'm an asshole. Of course, I'm the asshole out of all of this. That's how, in my experience in life, no matter which way you slice it, whether you're the good guy or the bad guy or the neutral guy, it doesn't matter. I end up the asshole. Fine, I guess. I've been called worse. Guess I'm an asshole again. Anyway, so she slams the phone, hangs up, whatever. And then that's it. That's what happened. So that was the last time I heard of her. As I heard from her. And to this day, I don't know what happened to her. And that's the point of the story, guys. There's a dark side to this shit. Some of y'all turn it into like some romanticized romantic thing, some good situation, whatever. But the reality is that this is a dark road. It's a slippery slope. Here's the thing about getting fast money for anything. When you just get money, like people just give you money. The problem is the bills just keep coming. They don't just stop coming. The bills are here again next month. Y'all got to eat again tomorrow. Unless you're doing something that is a sustainable fucking income, where you know that I'm going to be doing that thing a month from now. I'm going to be making that kind of money a month from now, whatever, a year from now. If y'all are just going from one lick to the next, one hustle to the next, one John to the next, you end up in a situation where you're just in a fucking never-ending spiral full of anxiety. It's a dark place to be. You never know how your rent's going to get paid tomorrow, and it's just hustle from this to this to this to this. Next thing you know, you're doing shit for yourself that's borderline dangerous or is dangerous. That just puts you in a spot where it's just not good for your mind, your body, your spirit. It's just fucking crazy. It gets fucking really dark and scary. All right? So, y'all romanticizing this whole sugar baby thing, whatever. But it's just the inconsistency is what makes it bad for you. You see? Not morality aside, body autonomy aside. Y'all, to each their own. All right? Y'all adults, do what thy will. However, it's the inconsistency that makes you start doing things that maybe you would not think you would be doing. You guys get what I'm saying? The bills keep coming. So my advice is just pick a better line of work, something more consistent, stable. Anyways, that's the story. There's a dark side of this stuff. That's just not with it. It's just not advisable. But to be fair, people don't go into that line of work because their life's going great. You're not like everything's going great. You got a ton of money. You got a ton of financial support. Then you choose this life. It's usually a matter of circumstance. Like oh shit, so what am I going to do? And people will ease into it. Next thing you know, you're turning tricks. And it's like, okay. You see, that's not dope. But I understand circumstances. I'm not judging anybody. Just saying it's a slippery slope. It's a dark path. This should not be your consideration for your primary source of income. Try something more steady and lucrative. Okay. All right. So that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, opening the floor for questions. Switching gears. Is there a time limit to wait for a proposal? Allison asks. Okay, listen. Here's the deal, guys. Depends on a lot of things. First of all, y'all shouldn't be, unless y'all are religious or something like this, y'all shouldn't be getting married when you're 22. All right? The fuck do you know about yourself? What do you know about the world? What do you know about the other person? Getting married at that age, I grew up in the South, I had a small graduating class, and then people getting married, getting proposed to and married within a year. You had a baby on the way within a year of graduating high school. Now, if you want to live a simple life, you're simple folk living a simple life, maybe there's some happiness in that, and what the fuck do I know? But to me, if you want a little bit more of a more rich, robust life, when we'll experience the world a bit, maybe rushing to get married when you're 19 is not the right decision for you, because you don't even know who you are as a person, let alone who you're gonna be at 25, who you're gonna be at 30, or you're gonna be at 40. Who the fuck knows? And unless that person grows with you, and it's not likely that that's true, oftentimes it will just lead to you guys having resentment for one another. The women will be like, I'm way too pretty because this is my time, this is my peak, I'm selling my life to this man, I'm only 19, what am I doing? They think it's great when you're fucking right out of high school. Seems like the adult thing to do, since we're playing the imitation game anyways. So let's just act like adults and get married at 19. Great, good idea. But then they turn 22 and they're like, oh, fuck, is this it for me? This guy looks a lot different than he did when he was at his peak in high school. This guy's 24 and his hair's going. He's got a gut. He's getting a gut there. He wears the same boxer shorts every day, and I'm 22. What the fuck am I doing? So then the girl starts harboring resentment for the man. The man goes, well, I'm a man. I'm getting my money soon. I'm going to be in my peak. Well, this woman's holding me back. So you see the fuck? It's just a Pandora's box of problems and resentment. Do you guys see the problem with getting married young? You see? You have two children who don't know who the fuck even they are, and their bodies are changing, and they're just gonna fucking hate each other anyways. Unless y'all are simpletons, which God bless you, you're gonna fucking just be angry. Alright? And then it will, most of the time, lead to divorce. Ugh. Alright? So, get married older. Now, get married older when you have a sense of yourself and the world and what your place is in it. That's my first, just let's start there. Then, once you have all that set up, then when you guys start dating, what's the timeline for proposal? Well, if it's been 8 years, sis, that man ain't marrying you. You might as well just get comfortable with the fact that y'all are just going to end up together in common law marriage. Because that man, if y'all been dating for 8 years and he hasn't proposed yet, that man, deep down, secretly, thinks he can do better than you. That one day when his potential unlocks, he'll get a better woman. That's why he isn't married. That is why he hasn't proposed to you yet, honey. That's the reason. All right? And you, poor unfortunate soul, has just been sitting there hoping that he was going to pop the question 8 years fucking later. But there is some hope for you yet, though. Because what will happen 90% of the time is that man is going to realize that he's not going to become rich and famous. He's not going to become a rock star. His options for women and his virality is going to decline considerably. And he's going to get more rejections when you're not looking than he is comfortable with. And he will eventually settle for you, ma'am. So that will just happen. Likely the state will just decide because y'all been living together long enough. So now you're married. Congratulations. You did it. So, that's the rub. It all shake out in the end. Men are creatures of convenience. And if you're just there, well, she likes me even though I'm losing my hair and getting a gut, and she's still here holding out hope. So I guess I'll marry you. So it'll work out in the end. Won't be some princess fairy tale thing or whatever. But if you're on my live asking, what's the timeline for proposal, that's likely how the story's going to go. Sorry. But, that being said, 2 years is not fucking enough. If y'all getting engaged in 2 years, y'all don't even know who the fuck you are, let alone if you can even be with this person for 2 years. If y'all moved in together in 2 years, and then within 6 months' time, 2 years and 6 months' time, If you guys have been dating for 2 years and then at the 2-year mark decide to move in with one another, all right, because that's what happens, then from that point to the next 6 months, you will discover that you didn't even know who the fuck you were dating this whole time. He puts the toilet paper on the wrong way. And he doesn't do dishes, and he leaves his stuff around everywhere. And then your hair's in the sink all the time. You have cosmetics of half-empty bottles fucking everywhere. Everywhere. You're an incessant nag, and he doesn't leave the couch for 2 days when football season's around. And you're like, hold the phone. So 2 years ain't enough either. I'm thinking at least 5. If y'all can tolerate sitting around in a closed room for 5 fucking years, all right, get married. Anything short of that, y'all don't know who you're dating. Y'all don't even know. Wait till y'all living together, share the same bathroom and whatnot. Y'all don't even know who you're dating. That's a stranger until then. All right? Around 5 years, and for an adult, y'all get, that's pretty good. All right? That's decent. All right? So, there you go. I'm done at the 1 year mark. Y'all don't even know if you even like this person after 1 year. 1 year as an adult flies by like that. The fuck? Y'all don't even know. All right? Y'all don't even know who you're dating in 1 year. Don't even, if y'all dating in 1 year, you get what, you get what's coming to you. Which is, I married a stranger. Hope it works out. Hope it worked out for me. But that's just like poor planning, you know? And here's the other thing. Let me straighten out for this. Who's the other thing? Here's the other thing. What is the rush? Y'all dating for 1 year? And that's enough for you to know who you're going to be fucking shackled to for the next, 45 years if you're lucky? If that's what you want? I've known this person for 12 months. Yep. Next 45 years. Lock me the fuck in. Wrong. That's crazy talk. That's gonna make you're jumping into a prison, into a death pact with someone that you've only known for a year and you're certain he's the one for the next 45-ish. That's crazy. Y'all don't know anything. Y'all don't even know if you can be around a person straight for a year. Unless y'all some codependent and whatever. And that's a whole other thing. You need therapy for that shit. Some autonomy first. You know, Anne Hathaway said something interesting to me that I've always thought about. Not to me. She said something interesting that I heard. And she said, when she met her husband, their little motto together was, we're individually, we're complete, but together we're better. And I've been thinking about that for years. And I'm like, man, Anne Hathaway. Where Anne Hathaway. Because that's clever. And I think so. And what I also think is that you don't even know that's true about a person after 1 year. Give it like 5, half a decade at least commitment before y'all lock in. Good Lord. Anyways, and I have another question from my last live. The question was this: how much money should a man spend on an engagement ring? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one in a lot of ways. All right, so I'm going to answer your question now. According to the diamond company that sells you diamonds, they would say 6 months if you really love your wife. But back in the day, it used to be, oh yeah, week salary, get your gal a diamond, whoosh, she'll be head over heels for you. Diamonds forever. That means your love's forever. Fucking Mad Men. Get you a girl a diamond. And they'd sell you on that shit. Then the De Beers company is like, all right, well, every year about the same amount of people getting married. It's not really changing much. How do we become more profitable? And they're like, well, let's change the ad, the marketing campaign, from a week to a month. Save yourself up a month's worth of salary, and that show your gal you really love her, you know. And then they did that, and then the De Beers profitability margins went through the roof. So the diamond company that sells you the diamonds now say it's a month. Oh yeah, a month. For sure, month. And the next thing you know, it's like, well, the same question. We go back to the board. We go, all right, boys, we did a great quarter this last quarter. If we tighten up our belts this quarter, maybe make some changes to our ad campaigns, we can really knock it out of the park next quarter, boys. All right, so let's change the savings from 4 weeks to 6 weeks. If you really love your gal, boys, you gotta save up 6 weeks' salary. Now it's 12 weeks. Then it's 3 months, and then that means 3 months, and then after that 5 months. Oh, for sure 5 months. It's like an endless guilt on the men. Like, well, if you don't love your woman, you got to at least save for 5 months. What do you mean? It's a diamonds forever. And then now, y'all can buy lab-grown diamonds for what? 1/20th of the price, and they're more perfect than the most perfect diamond ever mined by a man, by a human. You see? And that's the other thing. I saw this woman on TikTok Live the other day. She had made it a point. She got her fucking big diamond ring. She's like that. And then she's like, oh, just so you guys know, this is a naturally mined diamond. Like telling everybody in her life how naturally mined her diamond is. And I'm like, ma'am, who the fuck? Do you know what naturally mined means? That putting the word naturally in front of it isn't like you're at the Trader Joe's and now the food tastes better because it's got the non-GMO, naturally sourced, farm-raised diamonds on it, you dumb bitch. In fact, naturally mined means an immense amount of human child suffering went into the tunnels of the place that no man can crawl, and they sent instead children in there with their hands and no shovels, and they dug rocks out of it, and they brought a big one back to their tribe that was then massacred by machetes so that some other tribe can steal it so they can sell it to the white folks in America, and that's how you got your naturally mined diamonds. You crazy lady. When you can buy that shit from a lab now where they literally just press carbon together and will make you the most perfectly cut, perfect brilliance, perfect clarity diamond the world has ever seen for like, I don't know, $1,000. And that's better than anything. But you know what? Women love their naturally sourced diamonds because at brunch, when their girlfriend takes out their little fucking eyeglass lens and they look at the numbers in there, and if they see numbers or letters, if they say LG in there, they're going to go, oh, he got you the lab grown. Even though it's the best clarity the world has ever fucking seen, it's the biggest diamond ever. You got the heart of the ocean right there on your finger for, I don't know, $1,000. But your girlfriends at brunch are going to say, no, I like the bloodier ones. The bloodiest diamonds are all the way. Well, my man get me bloody diamonds. And they're naturally mined. What the fuck do you mean? And I know these women aren't sitting around brunch talking about the amazing uses, the amazing industrial uses of their fucking diamonds on their fingers. They only want blood diamonds, the bloodiest. And they act like it's naturally grown. Shut the fuck up. Instead, they just want human suffering. That's it. And they're going to pretend that they got it from fucking some Whole Foods market. Diamond. Get real. Get real. If it says LG in there under your little under your little magnifying glasses, your girlfriend's gonna be like, lab grown. And here's the thing. I say that full well. I've definitely bought diamonds. In fact, I can think of a woman right now that's got at least $40,000 in diamonds around her neck as we speak right now because of me, and those are not lab grown. And it's like, and to be honest, as a man, as a practical man, I'm thinking, why the fuck? I could have bought her bigger diamonds for 1/10 of that. And then she would have loved them until her sister looked at it. Then she would have appreciated it less. Ugh, you hypocrites. What do you mean? Anyways, the answer is this, guys. How much did you save up for them for a diamond? If that's the way you want to go, is just do what makes sense for you. All right. Me personally, how I see it, me personally, is that it would be embarrassing to me to not have a fucking rock on some girl's finger. That makes me look bad. Because once you're married, that's not just some girl with jewelry. That's your wife, you see? And when she's walking around in the world, all right, that's a representation of you as a man. All right? Y'all, family unit. That woman is you when you're not present. You guys see what I'm saying? So, that's that. And they would look at that. That's Russellhartley's wife. So for me, it's in my best interest to have a big ass rock on her wrist, or I'm sorry, on her finger, because that makes me look good. You see? And before y'all guys go, oh, it's not about what other people think, blah blah blah. Yes, the fuck it is. We live and thrive amongst people. All right? People have a view of you, and that shit you can use as leverage to get yourself in places, or have access to places, or access to capital, all because of people's perception of you, my friend. We're social creatures. We socialize well. So if your woman is walking around with nice taste, nice jewelry, nice adornments, you look like you can't afford her, that makes you look good. Y'all see it? Anyways, pay for what you can afford. My advice is go a little harder on that, since it's going to last a long time. All right? All right. Why are men intimidated by successful women? I don't think that men are intimidated particularly by successful women. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think what you guys confuse intimidation is men aren't interested in women that are busy all the time. They want women available to them. And it's also emasculating for men if like they can't afford shit and the girlfriend has to. You know, it doesn't make it feel good. So that in that regard, it could be intimidating. But typically speaking, guys want girls that are available in their time. And number one. And number two is if you can out-finance them, it makes them feel like less of a man. So, and that sucks because girls that are very motivated, my mom was very motivated. I was raised by a single mother. She made a success for herself at an appropriate age. And she, I know that saying she's provided for her kids, her two kids by herself. And to be honest with you, like that's kind of one of her defining like characteristics, whatever. But it did affect her dating life. Sure it did. Hello. Happy Friday, guys. We're back. Another show. Hello, everyone. What suit brand? This suit is a custom suit made for me from a bespoke boutique called Klein, Epstein & Parker. Hello, everybody. I'm very busy, but I don't want to be. Okay, so for me in particular, I prefer a woman that doesn't work, like a job. It's just not in my best. It's not in my own best interest because my life happens fast. It happens like that. I never know what I'm going to be doing on any given day, and I never know exactly when I'm free either. That's a whole other thing. That, by the way, that's also the case when you start dating guys that are have motion, making some money, or important people count on them. Their days are whoosh, busy all the time. So, and they never know. They're like, suddenly I'm free, suddenly I'm available, suddenly there's a trip tomorrow, suddenly, that's how it is, fast like that. So those guys typically date girls that don't work, like don't have jobs, which kind of it's a tricky situation for girls, because it's like either they got their parents' money, or they're supporting themselves somehow in a way that's like not a steady job, and that's a bit finicky, a bit fucky. And then what's funny is that guys blame women for that. So like guys that are of means don't want girls with jobs because A, they don't need their money, and B, they need their time available on the fly, right? But then when the girl finds ways to make money online or whatever, like social media with the exclusive content stuff or any other thing that they're doing that makes them sort of versatile in their time schedule, they're flexible in their time scheduling, it's men judge them for that. And it's like, why? You know, these girls need to be available for the kind of guys they want to date. And then you as a man are mad at women because they're able to move in the world differently and make money in the world differently than you have to as a man. Why are y'all mad at that? Don't you want them to be available and free? You know what I'm saying? And so I think what it is with men being mad at girls that can make money in different ways is just straight up jealousy. I think men are just jealous that they have to work a lot differently to make any kind of money compared to women in 2024. So they get mad at girls and they call them out, and they should think as if women should be like men. Like, why y'all want women to be like men? Why y'all want them to work like men? Why do you want them to be locked into a fixed schedule like men? Why is that? Is it because you really just think that that's what's fair, or you just and you want them to be fucking miserable and stuck to this rigid schedule like you, or are you just angry that you're not getting the kind of women you want, and you're mad that they get the women that you do want to live a different life than you could ever? You see what I'm saying? Do you get what I mean? That's just straight up jealousy. So the men will make these podcasts, like all these things, calling these girls dumb hoes or whatever. But the reality is, it's just they're just fucking jealous that they can't move like that the way society enables women to move now. And why would you want them to work like a man? Why would you want a woman to be hard-working, hard-nosed, tough as nails, hard laborious woman? Why do you want that for women? That's weird to me. I don't want that for a woman. That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? I think it's cool. I think it's cool that men work. I think it'd be cool if women could just kind of like, just go around their day and live their life and be peaceful, have their fucking whatever they want to do, kind of be fine for them. That's cool. Why y'all want them to work like men? What's the point of that? For who is that for? I get men got to have a purpose and get out there and build stuff and do stuff. I get that. But y'all really need women for that? I mean, do you really need women to do that? Don't get me wrong. My mama built something out of nothing. All right? That's cool, though. She wanted to do it. That we agree as a nation that that's cool. And then we enable that if that's what you want to do. But why should we force women to have to? You know what I mean? It's like, what's the point? I don't want them to have to work. If they want to work and they want to make something themselves because they got that inside of them, fine. I'm for it, sis. Might not exactly work out for dating me because I need you to be more available for me personally. But if that's what you want to do, go do you, boo-boo. That sounds great. However, don't be mad at women because they can make money in different ways that don't require a schedule, and being mad at them that they don't have to work as hard as you do to make the same amount of money. Then that's your problem. Why are you making that women's problem? Who cares? You see what I'm saying? Do you guys get that? It's from personal experience. I live that. Good. So, don't be mad at women. Just focus on yourself. There's no a man should not be jealous of a woman. You got y'all two different games here you're playing. Two different, might as well be two different sports. Why y'all jealous, Play it. Focus on yourself. Don't be mad at them. All right? Hello, guys. Just answer. Does he have veneers? No. My mother made sure I had braces when I was young, very young. I used to have fangs. His teeth are longer. I had braces and then they filed them down. Are you a twin? No. What about rich but cheap? Here's the thing. Guys, if you're dating a man who's cheap, stingy, that shit is in their blood. That's in their bones, it's in their family. Yeah, by the way, during the courtship of dating a cheap man, that is the most you will see that man ever spend for the rest of your natural life. All right? When he's courting you. And as soon as the courtship's over, as soon as y'all get a little comfortable, as soon as you sort of break the ice, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. As soon as that shit's over, y'all gonna be nickel and diming it for the rest of your fucking life. That's it. Y'all gonna be staying at the cheapest hotels. You're gonna be traveling in the off season if you travel at all. Oh my god. Y'all gonna be getting bargain everything. Y'all kids are gonna be getting off-brand clothing. I promise you that, sis. You will never see a bar of name brand soap in your house again. Y'all gonna have a 2-in-1 hair product. Y'all get what I'm saying? That's what happens when you date cheap guys. Don't matter how much he has. Doesn't matter. He's saving for thanks for the gifts on TikTok. Thank you. I don't get gifts on TikTok. Thank you for that. The Galaxy. That's cool. Appreciate you. Y'all gonna be getting off-brand soap made from animals y'all ain't never heard of. Y'all kids are gonna be rocking some brand from some country overseas you never even knew existed. All right, and it's not gonna fit right. The stripes are gonna be different shapes and sizes, go in the wrong directions. It shouldn't be. That's what your life's gonna be like. Y'all start dating cheap man. Don't matter how much he has, and you're not gonna pry 2 red cents from his cold dead fingers even after death. I promise you. That's where that goes. All right. If he's cheap, he might as well be broke. Y'all might live in a decent house, but everything about that house will feel cheap as fuck. Everything in there will be like lighter than it ought to be. You never pick something up you think's nice and it like picks it up like it's a tree ornament. You're like, oh God, this is so light and feels cheap. That's how your whole house and life's gonna be. Y'all want that? Because that's what you're asking for. That cheapness is like a stinginess to you that is inside of you, and it comes from a deep place of scarcity that was conditioned probably through trauma from your parents, where y'all, when you were growing up, you were all sharing a bunch of chips of soap in the sock. Y'all got one hose and you put all the chips of the soap in, and then the whole family used the one hose soap. And that's how they were raised, and that's how your kids are going to be raised. And if that's what you want, you go on date number 2. Do you have any brothers? Yes. Yeah, I have brothers. Hello, guys. Yeah, that's right. Thanks for the gifts, guys. Rose, no more poverty, please. Yeah, that's dope. And thanks for subscribing to my channel. That's sick. I have a new subscriber thing on my TikTok. Just figured that out. That was cool. I'm doing like adding people on my close friends and doing subscriber only lives soon. Just hit the star on the bottom of the screen and subscribe. It's dope. It's gonna be cool. So cute. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. Speak some truth to these people. I'm working on it. How are you? I'm great. Happy Friday, everyone. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a paid subscription. This ain't free. I mean, this is free, but little support never hurt anybody. How about Navy guys? How about them? If you're dating a guy in the Navy, that's fine. That's cool. If you are a girl dating a guy in the Navy, there's nothing wrong with that. Thank you for service, whatever. Just my only caution about that shit is like, you dating a guy in the Navy, that's cool, serving your country, whatever. But some of them Navy boys, I don't know what it is, but some of those Navy boys have some friends in the Navy as well that they're like off to sea with or bunked with or whatever, that they seem like real close friends. Like too close friends, like y'all a little too close friends. It's like y'all going camping every weekend friends. And I'm just outside of, be cautious for that. Be cautious for frequent camping trips with their Navy friends. Other than that shit, more power to you. Thank you for your service. Yes, very close. Yeah, they're very close friends. What kind of women do you like? I like pretty women. Like shake the room pretty. And they come in the room, people go, oh shit, who was that? What the hell? I like that. Got to start there, folks. And then to be honest, like, that ain't far off from most of y'all. Some of y'all just like go into these places. I know girls straight up that are so pretty, but they can't be arsed to do anything. They haven't tweezed their eyebrows in, I don't know, 5 years. It's always just a ponytail or messy bun, and they're just oversized sweater, jeans and sandals at the local dive bar, just being one of the boys. I hate that. I like feminine stuff, all right? Like what I'm drawn to are heels, a dress, nice dress. I'll pick it out for you even. I'll be like, hey, I want to see you in this dress. I bought it. It's on the nightstand. Put this on for dinner tonight. I like that, okay? I don't want to date a dude. I don't want to date a girl that acts like a dude. I don't want to date a guy that acts like he's cool like a dude. I want him to be feminine, have woman feminine problems, women feminine social circle drama or whatever. I don't want to date a man. I got enough men in my life. I work with every fucking day, and I just want a feminine woman that appreciates being feminine. And some of y'all haven't done your nails in a coon's age. It's been many moons since you got that upper lip waxed, and I can tell in the right light. And it bothers me. All right? So meticulously well-groomed is number one. Y'all get a good skincare routine so your forehead's glowing a little bit. I want to see my reflection in that shit. I like that. That's what I like, guys. You're going to pay for it? I will pay for it. That's fair. The way I see it, that's fair. If y'all go get your nails done, some bubble bath, square round, whatever the fuck, I'll pay. I think that y'all, the way I see it, if you're getting your nails done, y'all doing it for me anyways. It's for me. All right? That funny bunny is for me. So of course I'll pay for it. Venmo. Get your nails done, girl. I'll see you later. That's dope. That's for me anyways. Of course I'd pay for it. What do you mean? That's right. Thanks, everybody. Do you give your wife an allowance? I'm not married. I'm going on a date with a millionaire next week. Any tips so he doesn't think I want his money? Yeah, just come correct. Come correct. Y'all got to come correct to that stuff. So you got to plan ahead. I shouldn't have to tell you this shit, but just plan ahead. All right? Put yourself together. Plan it out. Know what you're getting into. But relax. Don't be so stiff. Got to be friendly. Be feminine friendly. Plan ahead. Look the part. Here's the thing about men that make money. If you make money as a man, and you, especially if you came from nothing, like you didn't come from any money, you made some money for it, you made something of yourself. Those men don't want to feel as if the girl they're dating now, they could have gotten when they were broke. You see, they want to feel like, oh, I've made money, I've upgraded myself, my lifestyle, my living, my ability to show the world that I'm capable and competent. And because of those things, I now believe that I should be able to attract the kind of woman that would be suitable for that new lifestyle I've acquired for myself. So you women need to put yourself in a position such that that man feels like he gets that from you. And if he feels like, well, I could have got this girl when I was broken at the bottom, then he doesn't feel like there's no prize. You see, there's no prize for his efforts. Does that make sense? So y'all plan that shit out. Tweeze the space between your caterpillar fucking eyebrows and make your face glow and let your hair down for once and get yourself some heels and learn to walk in them so you don't look like a Tyrannosaurus Rex when you do it. And then have some grace and be funny and laugh at whatever the fuck he says. That's it. Y'all get it? I hear you. Good. I hope you heard me. Because that's the recipe, guys. That's the recipe. You want to get yourself a man that's successful? That's the recipe. I just told you. Follow the guidelines. When is your birthday, Russell? October 2nd. It just passed. So where do you find guys like you're describing? Where do you think? Here's the thing. Most of the thing is, I love that I've built a whole ass platform on just straight up common sense. But I don't know where you live. But common sense would assume that where you would meet a successful guy is where you would imagine successful guys hang out in your city. Where is that, you think? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I'm just guessing here, spitballing, if you will. I'm thinking like the law district, like of your city, like those bars around there. Those got like those hip bars around that area. I'm thinking country clubs, paddle courts, the yacht clubs, near the nice part of town where they have golf courses, sailing clubs. I'm telling you right now, I go sailing. So I go sailing on the weekends sometimes. I like sailing. It's the thing I do. Whatever. And where I go to at the marina, I'm in the yacht club, and where I go to in the marina is not sitting in the yacht club, because that's just a bunch of old fucking dusty sailors sitting in the yacht club. Y'all don't necessarily want to be there. But you can be in little cute cafes looking at the boats go by, or being nearby where the boats, and you'll see all these men, these boat owners walking down these docks with their stuff or whatever, and y'all can be like, oh, get yourself one of those like a pirate, one of these. A telescope. Spot you out a man. Ahoy, ahoy, Mr. Millionaire with the big 50-foot yacht. Hello, sir. Ask him about boating. It's a nice boat. That's a big sail. How big is that? That will work. I promise you, sis, that will work. Go to Amazon right now and get your telescope like this. Go sit at the cafes near the marina. Ask guys with the sunglasses how big their boat is. All right? That'll work for you. Yeah, those men, I didn't say the men approach first, Rose. What did I say to do? I said, you, Rose, go ask them how big their boat is. They're not going to approach you. They got sailing to do. They got to go get the boat ready or whatever. You go to them and say, oh, wow, I like your boat. How big is that? You're just a curious pedestrian. I don't know. That's not chasing, all right? That's just being inquisitive. You want to learn more about the world around you, all right? You're just curious to know how big the boat is, all right? Yeah, that's called being proactive. Okay? Say it with me. Proactive. Hello, everybody. Where are the girls? Where are the girls that you provide for? Listen, guys, I would rather die than put anybody that I'm seeing on blast on social media. For y'all to judge, to think about, to pretend to relate to think that you have any understanding at all of what their life's like, what my life was like, what my life was like with them, or what they must be treated like, or any of that shit. For y'all to go all in their comments on all of their posts and just be talking amongst yourselves in that. I would rather die. That's why I never post them. I might post videos of my assistant or something in my videos or my assistants. That's possible. But I'm not going to just put some girl I'm seeing on blast because y'all going to be like, who's her ex? Oh. Y'all think I want to do that? Y'all think that's in my best interest or hers? How unfair that would be. Not just TikTok, but everywhere. Every platform. It's crazy. That's because I'm a man, and I don't need y'all's validation about it. I just date who I want, do what I want, and that's it. And I'm happy for it too. And it's so funny because I never post girls I'm seeing and stuff on my social media. Not really. I mean, maybe once in a blue fucking moon, they might pop on there by accident in a group photo or some shit. But very rarely in a story or something. But it's almost an accident, is what it is. And then that's on purpose. You see, I don't need y'all to jump all over that. I'm not married. I'm single, but I'm doing all right. Don't worry about little old me. It's so funny because people look at my videos because I never post girls on there, my personal girls on there, or people that I'm seeing, anything like that at any time. And then people are like, oh, his life must be so lonely. He looks so lonely and depressed. I'm like, what made you make that up? Why did you make that? Just guess that and make that up. It sounds like you're applying your stuff to me, and A, you're wrong, and B, what a fucking limb you're out on. What a crazy assumption you just made about a stranger on the internet that you don't know. What the fuck? Why would you think that? And the answer is, I don't care why. It's really that you're just projecting your stuff onto me. So if I just start showing pictures of everybody I'm seeing, again, people will just put their stuff onto that person and then also be wrong and stupid and sit right where they're at. Wrong and stupid. So I'd rather just not. I'm saving them. I'm saving the people that are that curious from themselves. Privacy is bliss. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, listen, guys. That is my time. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. It's been a real pleasure. Join me again on my next live soon. I don't know when that's going to be, but you guys, if you're on my Instagram, you'll be the first to know. Okay? Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Thanks again for joining the live on TikTok and Instagram. We'll guys see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.